Hi, welcome back to Me.Meditation. I am your visual aid, your guide, your mother meditator, Melissa, and today is a very, very special and important video on how to transform your negative thoughts. Negative thoughts, everybody has them. Sometimes they're uncontrollable, sometimes we go through thought loops and we can't stop thinking them, and one spirals into another and spirals into another, and then next thing you know, we're depressed and we can't get out of bed because all we can think are the bad thoughts. And then sometimes it's just a fluke or something that someone else says. But regardless, we're going to learn today, or start to learn the process of how to detach our self-identity to our thoughts, good or bad. It's going to be very beneficial to detach from all thoughts, but we especially want to detach from the negative ones because they can be very harmful and damaging not only our minds, but our bodies and our souls, and affecting our lives. So getting rid of that attachment to our negative thoughts is going to be so important in our evolution and moving forward into our lives, manifesting what we want to feel and what we want to have around us. So before we get into it, let's just clip over to our sponsorship for the day. Thank you again, Ortega, for being our sponsorship, and here's their short video.
In other words, the chemistry was right.
Ortega is born from the necessity to express my creativity and the pursuit of being better. I live every day trying to be better than the day before. So when I started Ortega, I saw it as the opportunity of bringing the best quality organic garments to the industry. And I feel that with each project, it just gets better. Better designs, better fits, better quality. Ortega is a constant improvement of wanting to be better in every aspect of your life. And the same way I'm building this brand, every day I'm building a better self. There's no ending, just an everlasting project of being better than yesterday. And that's what Ortega is.
Okay, so let's get into our seated meditative position like we're about to meditate. So get comfortable, get relaxed, and just begin to start to breathe. So inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. And just feel your body start to melt down into your sit bones. Start to melt down onto the floor, onto the pillow, onto the blanket, onto the bed, wherever you are. Just feel yourself melt down into your seated position and continue to breathe. Inhaling and exhaling. And with each breath, slowly releasing all heaviness, all weighted down energy of the day, slowly releasing each and every heavy thought and burden. Inhale and exhale, and just pause. Feel into where the body is a little stuck and needs some more breath, and focus in on that area of the body that needs it as we inhale and exhale. Now, when we're meditating and we're sitting with ourselves and focusing on our breath, thoughts will naturally pop up. Now, regardless of whether they are good thoughts or bad thoughts, I'm going to give you a very visual example that I had. So, I'm a woman in society, and my programming as I was growing up was that women get less attractive as they age. So with this programming, my thoughts, my beliefs were formed and surrounded around this projected message that was given to me over and over and over again in various ways, until it was so ingrained in my brain, it's in my subconscious, that my belief is, as women age, they get less physically attractive. Men are less attracted to them, society is less attracted to them, their value becomes increasingly lower and lower. Now, it's very hard when social media, commercials, movies are all projecting and reiterating this message in multiple different ways. So as I started to age in my own journey, I had to deprogram my mind into no longer believing this as truth. And instead, I had to start implementing new truths that not only I wanted to believe, but that are emanating from my soul and projecting outwards from me into the universe, into everyone around me, into the aura that is me, into the aura that everyone feels when they're around me, to be true. So that I no longer have to think that, because it just is. And to do that, I had to figure out where that belief started, how in my life reflected it was still being, how my behaviors or certain things that I did or certain things that I said were either agreeing with that statement or not. And then I had to, again, reprogram my mind into thinking differently. So one example for you of what I did was when I was younger, I used to struggle a lot with acne. Really, really bad acne. Never had a clear face. I can't remember a day from the time I was 14 until, I still suffer from acne from time to time, so I've never really gotten rid of it. But from the time I was 14 on, I had severe acne in high school and college, and it was a huge insecurity of mine. So one of the program beliefs were, when I have acne on my face, I'm ugly, I'm unattractive. No one finds me attractive, no one finds me pretty. I need to hide, I need to shun myself from society because I'm unseeable. Looking at me causes people pain. It went that deep. To look into my face and see this acne caused you pain, which then internalized caused me pain. So it was a very, very deep belief that had a lot of pain, a lot of rejection, a lot of unworthiness, a lot of attached ideas attached to that thought that I had to work through. So one of the ways that I did was I just had to, a lot of people out there, they say fake it till you make it, but you can lovingly, gently ease into a new thought and a new idea. So I'd get in front of the mirror on those days when I was broken out, and I would just touch my face with clean hands, of course, but I would touch my face gently and softly, and I would just say to myself, you are beautiful. You are so beautiful. And I would focus on what was beautiful about me that I saw. And the more that I focused on the beauty in my eyes, the beauty of my eyebrows, the beauty of my face shape, the beauty of my soft skin, the feeling of my skin, how my cheeks felt when I smiled, just all the little intricacies that were me that I loved. And the more and more I focused on that, I started to feel good about myself, good about how I looked. And it just made the acne shrink, not only physically, but also mentally. So I was no longer constantly focusing on the acne. Again, I shifted my focus to what I liked about myself, my eyes, my hair, my outfit for the day. Could be something so simple. Could be something external. Doesn't have to be internal yet. It can be external if that's easier. But really focus in on that and focus how that part about you that you love makes you feel. And just breathe. So right now I want you to do that. I want you to focus in on something about yourself that you love, that's so uniquely you, that emulates that's the definition of you. You have this one quality, you have this one thing that you love, and that's you. And just keep breathing. Inhale into that thought and exhale. Just put your hand over your heart space and say it out loud to yourself, whatever that is that you love. I love the color of my eyes. They're so warm, they're so inviting, and they have so much light. And when they connect to somebody else, they can see through their soul. Just keep breathing. And it might feel a little awkward, a little uncomfortable, a little untruthful at first because it's new to actually think of yourself in a positive way. But it's going to get easier and easier the more that you do that. So now I'm going to give you an example of when someone else tries to shake you up or tell you something about yourself and it causes you to go into a negative spiral or a negative loop. And I'm also going to use a very personal example. So at work one day, one of my coworkers came up to me and said, "Are you okay? You look tired." And immediately I was like, right? Because my programming is so subconscious. I immediately went, I look tired. That means I look ugly. That means I'm unattractive. That means no one wants to be around me. That means I'm unworthy. All of these thoughts, they keep spiraling back, okay? Because they're never gonna go away forever. You're always gonna have to do this work. Always gonna have to go back and reprogram your mind to not think those negative thoughts anymore. So yeah, at first when they said, "Oh, you look tired," my brain calculated, I look ugly. I look awful. And then I took a second and I took a breath and I remembered, that's not true. I don't believe you. I don't believe I'm tired because I don't feel tired. I feel great. I got a good night's sleep. I feel good about myself. And now this external thing, this test of the universe is coming in to test me to see if I really do feel good about myself. And I'm gonna pass this test because I'm not gonna let it affect me. So I took a breath and I said, no, I feel great. Oh, okay. Yeah, you just seem a little different. Oh, I feel great. And I took another breath, and then I left their space to go back into my own space so no one can affect me. Because sometimes you need to do that. You just need to get away from people that are jarring you a little bit. So yeah, I took a second, took another breath, and I was like, nope, not buying into that one. Don't believe it. I look great. I feel great. Yeah, maybe I could get a little more sleep, but I'm gonna kill today, and I'm gonna make it a great day and do my job well and be in a positive mood. And I did. So at any moment, in any given time, at any given day, you can make that same choice. And it's so empowering once you're able to have that ability and skill to choose how you want to feel, to choose how you want to be, and to choose who you allow to affect you or not. So we're gonna keep breathing and we're gonna start our meditation now. And whatever thought pops into your head during this meditation, if it's a thought you no longer want to have, we're gonna practice doing the opposite. So what do you wanna feel? Or if you wanna figure out where that thought comes from and try to overcome that loop, you can do that too, like I did. But we're just gonna practice shifting our mind from our thoughts and also our attachment to our thoughts. So an example, if my coworker told me, "Oh, I look tired," and then I attached my identity to that statement, then I would have been like, "Oh, I look tired. I must be tired. I am tired." And then probably 5 to 10 minutes later, I would start to feel tired because I self-identified with that person's thought about me. So we have to be careful of that too. Self-identifying ourselves with thoughts in general, our own thoughts and other people's thoughts. So we are not our thoughts and we are not other people's thoughts. We are consciousness and bodies experiencing a human experience. So when you have that power to be able to take your ego and self-identity out of any given moment, you're going to be able to sit with that and release any attachments that normally, again, would have tripped you up or would have held you stuck in a story, in a negative loop, in a spiral, in a certain way to live, in a certain way to react, in a certain way to behave. You're going to have so many more empowering moments in your life to choose something different. So during this meditation, again, we're just going to focus on our breath and breathing, and any thoughts that pop up, or maybe a specific negative thought that you want to start working on or start thinking about. Why do I think this? Where did this come from? Is this really how I think about myself? Is this really what I want to think about myself? And then just kind of go with that of where we want to go and what we want to think about ourselves and who we want to be. Okay? And be gentle, because this is a very deep practice, and it takes a lot of time and a lot of self-awareness. So if all you can do today is breathe and a bunch of thoughts pop up and you are able to just release some of them, great. If you can't release any, hey, we're practicing, okay? Nobody is perfect, and there is no perfect way to do this. So just be gentle with yourself and congratulate yourself for even trying. And thank you all so much for being with me and for doing all of this work. It never ends, and so it's always better to be with somebody that you can resonate with and understand, and I hope to be that for all of you. So without further ado, let's get into our deep meditative state. And keep your eyes closed if they're already closed, and if not, let's reclose our eyes. Let's sit back into our sit bones, into our seat, and let's inhale and exhale. Inhale. And slowly, gently come back to consciousness. In your own time, open your eyes. Come back to your space, come back to your environment, come back to your body. I'm so excited to hear what thoughts popped up for you guys and what you guys have been working on. I really hope that the comment section is for you guys to build a positive community with one another and kind of feed off of each other and be there for one another so you can relate on different topics or different insecurities or different just different experiences and life things that you're going through that you can all relate together on and be similar about. It's really important to have a good community, so that's my hope here, is to build a really, really positive, strong, supportive community. I'm going to be here for you, and all the people that I'm here for, you're here for each other as well, because we are all one and we are all in this together. So again, the work never ends. You're always going to have to continue to work through things, and you figure out a little bit more as you go along, and hopefully you have some good people around you, and if you don't, that's what I'm here for, to have some source of support for you. Thank you so much for joining me this evening, and for all the videos that you have been with me so far. To all my new people, welcome, and until next time, have a great rest of your night. Namaste.